Hey boys and girls, welcome back from spring break. Oh my goodness, I bet it still feels like you're on spring break maybe, but if you're listening to me this morning, you know that it's time to get back to school and that we have some things to do today. But I hope you had a really nice break. It was nice weather. I even got out with my kids and we went and we did some bike riding and we went for lots of walks or hikes, and so it was nice to get out and sort of not think about school for a minute and just enjoy as much as we can, just having a bit of a break. So I hope you had a nice one. I know we're gonna have a Zoom meeting this morning, and I want to hear from each of you what was either the most interesting thing or what was something fun that you did during spring break. And it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you thought it was fun, then I think that that's interesting, okay? So that's what we're going to share this morning. For today, we have a few things to be working on. You're going to need your math book, okay? And we're going to be working on a couple of pages. And what I need Mom and Dad and Uncle Bob to do is I need you to have them pull these pages out. So I'll list on Google Classroom the pages, and we're going to be making little flashcards. So what I want you to do is take these out. There's a couple of them. I've got 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 pages, and what they are, they're special terms. And so today during math, we're going to cut those out and we're going to talk about what those terms are and what they mean, because that's going to help us. We're entering a new unit in our book, so we're learning some new math. So that's for today. And then we're going to get to do our first page, okay? So that's for today. There'll be a math video about the flashcards. Then we're going to be working on our new word of the week, which is the word so. And we're doing another word family, which is N, the N word. So we're gonna need our yellow pack. What I'm gonna ask you to do is, there's some purple papers that look like this. They look like our butterfly papers that we did before spring break. What I want you to do is just put these aside. We're gonna move this into next week, okay? So you guys are gonna be distance learning for a little while, and I won't be able to get you any more papers. So we're going to take our paperwork that we have this week and we're gonna push some of it in to next week, okay? So just take this, and let Mom and Dad know that we're doing this next week. So keep it in your folder. Don't lose anything. Boys and girls, all of this work I want you to keep so that when we do come back to school, I can see how much you've been doing or how well you have been doing. And I can see where we need to go back and reteach some of these things, because it's hard to learn when I'm here and you're there. And I understand that. So keep all of your papers, your math book and everything, so that when we come back to school, I can take a look at that and say, oh, okay, we need to go back and revisit this idea, or let's talk more about this math step that we need to learn or that we have learned. Let's go back and learn that again. Okay, so keep everything that you have been working on. And then, of course, we have our next chapter in Junie B. Jones. So we're still going forward. You guys have done a great job so far. I'm super proud of how well you're doing. This is kind of hard, isn't it? It's hard not to see you guys every day. So hang in there. Get back into school this week. Have that routine. It helps. It helps. And I know that some of you are finding this kind of boring, and that every day that this is what we're doing, and oh, I gotta do that page, or gotta do my alphabet, but it's doing it every day that keeps it in your brain. And when we do our alphabet or we do the words we know, it's not because we don't know them and that we're still learning them, but it's those mental exercises, right? It's those exercises in our brain to help keep that information in our mind and in our brain, so that when we're reading or when we're looking at words at the grocery store, or we see signs, we can recognize the sounds that those letters make, and we can start blending them to make and read words. So don't think that there's why are we doing this every day? We're doing it every day because it's like an athlete who does sit-ups and push-ups and sprints and does those things to keep them fit for what they have to do, and these are to keep our mind fit for what we're doing. And what we're doing here is we're learning how to read. Okay, so I hope you stick with me and just do the best that you can. I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, happy Monday. Today is Monday, April 13th. Oh, you can't see, my chair's in the way. 2020, April 13th, 2020. Welcome back to school.